James with no regard for human life.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. And the Cavaliers by 3.
Shot clock is down to 5. Bryant goes to work. Bryant the drive. Oh! Kobe Bryant on a rack attack.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it!
You guys are going at it.
I don't feel like we're going at it. I'm just trying to understand. So I don't want you to feel like I'm beefing. I just feel like it's an extracurricular activity, and that's just my view on it.
That's you're labeling it incorrectly, Melimer. It's like it's not an extra, and it's not a hobby anymore at that point. It's a professional career, and these guys, the wear and tear they put on their body, it goes to another level. The amount of time.
But you think that it goes more of a higher level than a professional NBA player?
More than them? No, not more.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Because you're making it seem like they work harder than a professional NBA player when you know what these NBA players go through.
No, I mean, their season is half the size of the NBA season. So
okay,
I would never make that place. But, they have a 40-game season plus March Madness, and they have to travel nonstop for all of it while doing everything else that a regular student has to do. All we're saying is we didn't say they should be millionaires. We didn't say that they should be rich. All I'm saying is they have starving. We didn't discuss the fact that if they're traveling, they obviously can't have a regular job. That's what we didn't say the last segment. And if you can't have a regular job because your life is committed to basketball, everybody else can work a job, but we're committing to this. So how can you compensate us for our sacrifice?
It's true.
Understood. I get what you're saying. I see. And I'm not here to disagree or agree. I mean, well, obviously I don't agree with it, but, that's your point of view and I respect it.
No, I'm asking you, though. Everybody else can work. How are they going to work when they're traveling with the team the whole time for a 40-game season and March Madness? How can they make money?
You're right.
Part-time, seasonal positions after basketball season is over. I see it all the time with people.
That means the majority of the college year they can't work. It's 80% of it is basketball.
I thought they do pay them like a $1,900 a month athlete thing.
No, all they do is they put food credits on a card for them for when they're on campus. They don't even have, like a lot of them, the coaches have like set budgets that they get to take for them on the road, and that's it. They have like no travel money, no nothing, bro. A lot of these kids, if they didn't have the free gear from the school, you would see what they were really wearing.
So even the guy who's never going to make it to the NBA deserves to get paid.
Again, if you didn't commit to this school, if you're a walk-on, everybody's terms could be relative to their terms for being signed. If you're scouted and you're a top high school player and you commit to a school and they want you, we're not saying they should earn a 50 or 100K a year salary. I'm just saying they should be compensated somehow, at least $5-10 grand for the season. Just so they can pay their bills. You're not even getting rich off of that. Just let them pay their bills, and you know what I'm saying?
No, if they're making millions and millions of dollars, if they change this rule, it's going to be way more than $10,000 a season.
See, that's what all y'all are worried about. Y'all thinking about these college kids making real money, and that makes people that have no athletic inclination jealous, yo. If the professional players are worth that, how are you gonna exploit these kids? Make billions off of them. You don't have a product without these children, without these young adults.
I would rather them make the money, but I'm just, giving other points of views and other people's probably questions.
You don't even have a product without them. This is criminal.
It's true.
It's reminiscent of slavery. How are you going to make $50 billion off somebody and not give them nothing?
They agreed to not get nothing.
Oh, slavery. Okay.
They agreed. It's not slavery. Slavery is when you don't agree.
How else are you going to get to the NBA if this is your only choice?
That's why it's slavery.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Moving on. Zaza Pachulia and his effects across the league. So Zaza Pachulia got, as you can see, I posted a video. Zaza Pachulia got booed in the Knicks stadium the other night because he is known across the league of intentionally hurting Westbrook amongst other players, just like Kawhi Leonard last season. So what do you guys think about that? His effects across the league and what people are saying he's intentionally doing to these players.
There was a ripple wave effect across the league because it was so blatant that he made no attempt to miss Westbrook. He fell in slow motion, yet heavy and directly on top of Westbrook, not missing him at all and kind of sliding off of him. You know, the whole Dub Nation is trying to talk about Nick Young's leg. I don't think they understand inertia, physics, you know, the strength of a 250 or whatever pound man that dude is. That dude is tower compared to any of the little guards on that court. But forget all of that. You just got to trust your eye test. We've seen this guy before, and that I'm not using reputation on that play. I don't need any reputation whatsoever to know that right there was not a natural fall. It was definitely a thought-out fall. And, you know, I don't care how many angles I see it from. It only confirms it even more. I don't care what I see on the back heel. That foot did not even stay lodged there. Kind of like slides across the back of his kneecap. But, you know, a lot of people, I guess, saw different things.
Would it have been magnified if it wasn't for the Kawhi Leonard incident last year?
I don't think so. I don't think it would have been magnified. And I think Westbrook is just a crybaby. And I feel like a lot of people, okay, really want to try to get the Warriors knocked out of the playoffs, even knocked out of the finals. Why? This happens year after year. They go after Draymond Green. They go after Zaza Pachulia. They go after anybody they can to try to get someone off the starting lineup.
So you think they make stuff up? I would love to roll the footage of Draymond kicking people in the balls.
Listen, when you're jumping up and someone's in your way, really, you think he's really looking? I've seen people jump up to make jump shots. I've seen him. Do you think he's honestly like, okay, I see that thing is right there. Let me jump up and kick him. No, this is in the heat of the game. You're about Clutch. Phil, you've played basketball, so you're telling me that you don't jump up. People don't jump up. People are in their way. You guys are trying to block. You guys are trying to steal. So you're telling me that when he's doing a jumper or something, that he's intentionally hitting someone.
I've had an inadvertent, you know, when we jump in the air at the same time and come together in the air, that I've hit people the wrong way mid-air. But what Draymond does is he has his appendages, his arms and his legs fly out away from his body. And all the way up to the nutsack, to the pelvic groin area. You know how big of a swing that is?
Guys. Yeah,
it's a twitch that he has, they say.
Listen, I was mad. I was the maddest person you know when they suspended Draymond Green on a day off because LeBron James cried and they gave him a flagrant 2 days after the game. I was the maddest. I mean, they ruined NBA history forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be the one to act like the Warriors came after. They even fouled Curry out the game, made him throw his mouthpiece. Aisha said it. We all saw the rigged calls. Come on, it was really bad that final.
Aisha came out and said they rigged it.
But the fact remains that before the finals, the reason that he had those flagrants and those technicals that got him suspended for the finals was because he was kicking people in the balls throughout the NBA season. I'm sorry.
I don't agree with that, but
the tape is there. You're just saying the tape is there. You're just saying he was unintentional.
It is unintentional. I don't believe that he's doing this intentionally, and I don't believe that you guys. I don't believe he's doing anything intentionally at all. I believe that during the gameplay,
he's a professional dirty player. This is what he's there for.
Who?
Pachulia.
Pachulia, I agree with Durant. He's a clumsy person. But let me ask you something. You're telling me that if you got hit in the back of your knee, please try it out. Stand up straight. Okay, and let someone hit you on the back of your knee with the back of your leg, and tell me you're not gonna fold.
It's so funny that you say try it out.
That's funny as hell.
Because Matic used to do that to both of us every day, and we would not hit the ground.
Are you crazy?
Am I lying?
Are you crazy?
The
I was
Matic Knight used to do
sold.
that to us like 4 days a week, and then we would never hit the ground.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm just saying.
Your shit buckled. But I'm
Listen,
just saying.
you buckle and you fall. Yes, okay. And I believe that Westbrook is just very calculated. He's very petty, and I believe that I believe that once Zaza fell on him and he started shaking his head and everything, that was a flop. That was a flop without
Zaza
flopping.
Pachulia did the Macho Man Randy Savage on him. And
That was a flop without flopping.
He took the opportunity to bang his kneecaps against the wood, and he did his thing. You feel me?
Bugging. Yeah, bugging.
No, most definitely. That's why Kyrie Irving, Isaiah Thomas,
everyone who can never beat the Warriors, keep listing them.
Oh, so you think that you really think Kyrie Irving spoke out because he doesn't think he can? He already hit a championship winning
3 times. He only won once.
He was injured the first time. That's the only reason they
come on.
They were winning when he was on the court.
Come on. Okay, so what happened the third time that they saw each other?
KD was there and he put him over the top on God mode.
Please, I don't really think that Durant is this great of a player like everyone thinks he is. He's a good player, but he's not that great of a player.
He was the Finals MVP clearly, and we all know why.
Unfortunately, because it was his first year there.
Brought it home to mama.
Wait. You think he only got it because he was the new guy? You don't think he earned it?
Listen, when you're feeding him the ball because you want him to stay on your team and you telling him, come on my team because we're going to get you a ring. Yes, I do.
No.
Yes.
No, you don't lead the team in scoring just because they want to make you feel a part of the team. You do that because they need
If
you
you
to
watch
lead the team.
Durant play during the regular season, you're telling me when I listen, when I see players get the ball like Kobe or even bring it back to Ray Allen, and I'm like, listen, I know when he gets the ball, he's definitely going to make a 3. I don't feel like that with Durant.
Wow.
I don't feel like that.
I don't know he hit 2 threes in a row over LeBron or high range jumpers to seal the finals. But
yes, but that's finals. I'm talking regular season. When you see him play all these games, I don't feel like he's as good as a player.
You should compare
the best player on the team.
You should compare their numbers.
He put the whole team on his back, and they wouldn't have won without him last year.
Yeah, for a fact.
Okay, you're right. Maybe not, but
you saw how he was playing, like he was bringing Mama the trophy.
I don't know, guys.
You got to remember, you're just talking about what he does offensively. Do you even know that he had 5 blocks in one game in the finals and that he plays like that all year long for them?
Great for Durant. Great for what he did last year. This year, I don't feel like it's the same.
Like I said, I don't think you know the numbers. Durant averages the same amount of points per game as Steph and Curry. They both average 26 point something per game.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand, right?
They're both top 10 in the NBA in scoring. Top 10 in the NBA.
He came to Curry's team, so the way he plays is he lets Curry shine. But when it comes to the finals and the playoffs, you're going to see a whole nother animal.
Exactly.
The same type of animal that we saw last year.
He takes over.
And destroyed LeBron James.
And he's had a lot of games where he outworked Curry and carried the Warriors in the regular season, too. I don't want to even consider on the regular season. Their numbers are very, very close. If not, Durant might do more defensively and Curry might just have a little bit more assists. But which one do you say?
Durant's way better than Curry to me.
This year, I think Durant's having a better year. But offensively, I think that's because people, they look at just one side of the ball. Curry doesn't get as much done defensively as KD does. He really doesn't. Offensively, I think I might have to give it to Steph. Since he came back from that injury in particular, since he came back from the injury, I don't think he has like 6 games with like 7 to 10 threes. He had 10 threes in 2 different games. He had 45 and 39 on back-to-back nights. I mean, he's been on a tear. He had 44 the game before OKC.
I'm telling you right now, you can't even say Steph Curry's not on Durant's level.
Curry is a shooter. I don't know what you're talking about. Curry makes impossible shots. Curry makes threes with people on him.
When he's off, what's going to happen?
Well,
you have Klay Thompson to pick up the slack. You have Draymond Green to pick up the slack. You have Livingston to pick up the slack. You have Durant to pick up the slack.
I'm really glad that this argument came up
Curry can get punked around.
Because
I never see Durant get punked around.
Steph doesn't have a Finals MVP, And in order for what I want to happen to come to fruition, you're going to have to be wrong, Matic. Steph is going to have to outplay Durant in the finals.
He's not.
And he's going to get – I think he is going to get a finals MVP. I think he's capable of being hotter than KD anytime. I think he made sure that KD did, flow into the rhythm. And since he was hot, the Warriors' style of play is go with the high hand. That's how Klay had 37 in one quarter.
I believe it. I believe they fed him the ball. I do. I do.
No.
They go with the high hand.
When it comes to the finals, dude, these guys, these guys are going to get punked. Kevin Durant's the reason.
You should go watch the Warriors, the first finals that they were in before. The first two playoff runs without KD. You should go watch those Stephen Curry highlights and then look me in the face and try to say that again. He was the back-to-back first unanimous MVP in NBA history. He could pick any team on his back. The only reason KD was intricate and vital was because they gave up so much size on defense. They gave up Bogut, Ezeli, and Harrison Barnes. And obviously Steph can't fill the void of guarding a 6'8" LeBron James. So
exactly.
That's
where Iguodala. That's
where KD was tossing. I don't know if y'all remember. KD outworked LeBron on offense and
the first
defense.
Time Iguodala was MVP.
Yes, Iggy was 6 man.
Yeah, but who scored? Who put all the points on the board?
You're right. I'm just saying.
Not Iggy.
Right now, or any day, KD's not. You know how hard it is when Steph won back-to-back. Whose team was Durant on? On fucking Westbrook's team, who he fucking probably hated. So
that's the best point you made. Westbrook probably was holding him back that whole time. I'm definitely going to co-sign that. But at the same time, I think it's naive of us to say that somebody who is the greatest shooter in NBA history by far can't carry a team. When you hit 200 something, 300 something, 400 threes. 400 threes in a season. Who would you rather start a franchise with, Steph Curry or Kevin Durant? We'll put the poll out.
Steph Curry. If I don't get 100% on Steph Curry,
I'm gonna go with Durant.
Listen, again, there's two sides of the ball. I'm just saying Steph's a better scorer. All right, that's all.
He makes impossible shots.
So you guys think right now, the way that this league is with all these great teams, that the Warriors will be making noise without Durant?
Yes.
He made noise without Durant.
He did it already. It already happened. We don't even have to ask that question. He has 2 back-to-back. Correct. KD doesn't have 2 at back-to-back MVPs, bro.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't even have 2 champions. He just won 1 ring with the Warriors. So come on.
I'm sorry. The way things stand right now, it's hard to say that. I believe KD has the capability to do it, but we can't say Steph doesn't just because KD can. You feel me?
I'm telling you
I think you're getting clouded. I think you're getting clouded. No, your judgment is clouded because
I saw what I saw in the finals. These guys had nothing on KD. KD,
I already said
the team
that
on
KD's
his
a
back.
better defender.
Both ways.
Listen, rebounding.
Offense and defense, baby.
Rebounding and defense, I said KD is better. But when it comes to the ball in your hands, I can't say that Steph can't do what KD can.
Okay, I remember.
I just want to know.
Durant
Wait, Matic, real quick.
2 threes in LeBron's eye and shutting down his whole dreams last year. I don't remember
Durant shooting a 3-point shot from half court with 1 second left on the clock, 2 people guarding him, and no one thinking it was going to make it in, but it did. So when Durant does that,
listen. You talking about
because he's a
finals,
shooter.
Matic, did you forget the previous 2 finals? Who filled it up the most by far? Do you know who did it?
I'm just saying. I know when it comes down to the pressure, I feel like KD can handle it better than Curry.
Definitely
okay, so you're saying in the pressure moments, clutches situations, when it gets tight, KD is more likely to deliver than Steph. Really interesting argument, especially considering the next topic that we have coming up here is about these player rankings that we have going on here that we're going to throw up on the screen. We have a couple of different ranking lists. We have the power rankings of the players, and we have a Nick Wright's tier list. And, let me tell you, considering the conversation that we're having right now, KD versus Steph, I think that which one do you think is more accurate, the power ranking or the Nick Wright? Let's start there.
Well, I definitely don't think Nick Wright is accurate at all because Kyrie in the 4th tier?
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving in the 4th tier? No. Nope. Anthony Davis in the 3rd? Leonard in the 3rd? No. Westbrook in the 3rd? Westbrook should... listen, Westbrook has to make a lot of shots to make all his points. That's a given. We know that. He has to make 100 to make at least 50 or 60. But in the 3rd, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't believe that this is right. I don't believe this is accurate at all.
So I
LeBron in the
wanted to ask
tier.
Eric, commentator, you think that Westbrook should be in the 2nd tier, like on par with KD, Harden, and Curry?
No, I think he should be in the 4th tier.
Whoa!
I think he should be downgraded.
I would switch number 1 and number 2. So LeBron will be in the 2nd tier, and all those guys in the 2nd tier will be in the 1st tier.
Whoa!
I don't know why. I don't know why they put LeBron by himself. Let me ask
So wait.
question.
Look,
why is LeBron by
you
himself?
take
Who else I would?
Steph Curry. Wait, Matic, you just said some craziness. You said you would take Steph Curry or James Harden over LeBron James to start a franchise.
Yes.
Copy.
Right. LeBron
Why?
will be in the 2nd tier. Right. In the 1st tier, I'm also adding Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard. In the 2nd,
Kawhi Leonard,
second
Anthony
tier,
Davis, it should not be in the 3rd.
Kumbo, Westbrook. Then I'm bringing up Kyrie Irving, and I'm bringing up Paul George.
Kyrie Irving
George
being in the 4th is so disrespectful.
Paul George might be in the 2nd or 1st. But,
Yeah. All right. The only change I'm making here is.
but I'm putting LeBron in the 2nd tier. I haven't seen him make anybody better this year.
All right, I hear that. I think you keep LeBron in the 1st tier. You bring KD and AD, the only other ones on par with that to start a franchise right now. I would take those two just because both sides of the ball, they're the best two-way. I know people will probably say.
So you're telling me LeBron James? Oh man, because what I'm seeing right now is Harden, right?
Yeah.
What he's been doing the past couple of years, right?
Yeah.
But LeBron needs all this help. How can you even compare?
Oh, here we go with the help.
I want to know why
you
LeBron
need help on a team.
Listen, LeBron went to 7 straight finals.
Okay.
Harden hasn't even come out the Western Conference, and LeBron has been to 7
Thank
straight
you.
finals.
How did he go to 7 straight finals?
Harden chokes every year.
7 straight finals. He had
Having
a team
help
up, right?
on a team. Exactly. That's the whole point of a basketball team.
Not teaming
Well,
up
there's
and
super teams.
fabricating your whole career.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the super team term because
Fabricating
I just feel
his career.
that you guys
He didn't stay on the Cavaliers and go to 7 straight.
So what?
Or 6 straight like Michael Jordan.
Well, you already
So
know
what?
your head commentator doesn't care that he signed contracts first time best friends superstars in the same conference all joined up.
I don't care that you guys are making it seem like, oh, he's not this, he's not that because he went to a different team.
He's not
Do you guys understand that that's
players.
It's not
Do
because
you
he
guys
players.
understand? Time out.
The reason why KD went with the Warriors is because he sees LeBron joining up with these players. He's not just joining up with any random garbage players.
It's true.
Let's blame LeBron. Listen,
Michael Jordan stood on the same team, developed.
Stop comparing.
Kobe Bryant.
Stop comparing.
Stood on the same team.
Listen.
Why? That's why I'm asking
that's
Phil.
A bigger achievement?
I want to know why.
Don't
Answer
you
for
think?
Phil. Why is LeBron in the 1st tier?
Okay, I don't know why he's in the 1st tier.
No, that's not why. That's not why.
I don't know why he's in the 1st tier by himself. But this is what I'm going to say, and then I'll let Clutch Phil talk. Don't you think it's a bigger achievement and a bigger success on your resume if you went from one team, won championships, and then to another team and won another championship?
No.
You don't have to be just on one team and win a championship. You could be on every single team in the league and win a championship ring.
How are you doing it? Are you the
Why
best
don't I hear y'all saying anything about Shaq
winning
winning rings?
World, like you say you are.
Why don't I hear y'all saying anything about Shaq being on the
this.
Lakers and winning a ring and the Heat winning the ring?
Good player. Kyrie Irving got traded. He could have got traded to any team. and he got traded to a random team. He didn't pick anybody like he wanted. He's not going over there.
No, Celtics were number 2.
He didn't pick them.
No, it was
random as in he didn't get to. You have to understand.
LeBron said, "I want that guy. I want this guy. Trade this guy. I want that guy."
He picked the entire roster.
He took whatever he got on his hand.
He picked the roster. You understand? He picked 2 superstars and the city that he would get to be in. Nobody ever did that before in NBA history. We established this in the LeBron James special that we did. So it
instantly came to the Cavs, had Kyrie, traded for Kevin Love the same day.
Yep. Nobody's ever manipulated their rosters like this before in NBA history.
Then he added Corver. Then he added this, that, the other.
But why are you mad? If the Cavaliers have the cap space for it, why y'all mad?
That's not the best player in the world.
Oh,
he's making a case
will be the best
for
player.
why if he needs.
Kyrie will be the best
Maddox
player
saying
right
if
now.
he needs all this roster and Kyrie can go to Boston with a bunch of brand new rookies and a brand new coach and go to number 1 seed for the first half of the year practically, then why does LeBron get to be in the number 1 spot by himself? That's what Maddox said.
Hello, that's my question too. Why is LeBron in the number 1 spot by himself? But I still don't want you guys. All you guys doing is hating on LeBron.
Well, you just agreed.
Y'all are the biggest haters. Y'all are the biggest haters.
I want to know why LeBron.
I believe
I still
he
want to
could
know
be
why
in the
LeBron's
first
in the
one.
first tier.
He could be in the first tier. I believe he should be in the first tier with all his accomplishments and all his records that he breaks. Just today, he broke the only player in NBA history to get 30,000 points, 8,000 blocks, 8,000 rebounds. Sorry, hold on, let me pull it up. So I'm putting accurate information for the people.
And when did he come in the league? Right out of high school? He didn't go to college?
18 running right out of high school, but it doesn't matter. He's still breaking records. So do I believe he should be in the first tier by himself? No. Do I believe that he should be in the first tier? Yes. But I also Oh, here we go.
Okay.
That's
bad.
That's based on opinion. That's based on opinion. All the records that he broke, all the rings that he won, all the finals back to back. He has not missed a final
yet.
Guess
what?
He's been finals.
Well, guess what?
Oh, my goodness.
That's just Nick Wright's tier ranking. The NBA player ranking doesn't even have LeBron James in the top 5 right now.
You're right. Right now.
Let's look at that.
Yes, right now the ESPN's NBA player rankings, number 1 overrated Anthony Davis. And I would say overrated because Skip Bayless thinks he's overrated. Which Skip Bayless now, this is the same Skip Bayless who is advocating for Lonzo Ball, thinks Anthony Davis is overrated. Then we have James Harden at number 2. Joel Embiid at number 3. Steph Curry at number 4. LaMarcus Aldridge at number 5. Mind you, Kevin Durant's nowhere on this list, Matic. So with that being said, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that backs up my original point. I told you Steph Curry, put some respect on his name, okay? That's what the NBA thinks. They don't have LeBron or KD in there. And I'll tell you.
Or Westbrook. Or Kyrie.
Or Westbrook or Kyrie, okay? And I'll tell you right now, that's because if you look at the numbers, Steph Curry, when he came, he took a little injury time off, but before and after that injury, this has been a man possessed. There's only been a couple of people that have consistently, when I say a couple, I mean like 2-3 people that outperformed this dude for the time. And they're definitely not the LeBron James that lost 12 out of 18 games and demanded a trade before the deadline.
No, he traded 10 men, right? 10 men.
Haters.
Wait,
men, right?
10 people traded in one day, and they lost 12 of 18 games before that. And you think he's what?
Yeah, haters. I don't think he's anything. I think y'all are haters against LeBron.
He just lost to 12 of 18 games, and he says he's the chosen one. That's all.
No, Mike. Here we go. Let's not bring that up. Let's not bring that up because that's a whole.
Fabricating.
If y'all want to hear what we think about LeBron and his crying, that's in the last episode.
Y'all going too far if y'all want to change the playoffs.
And I know that people are hearing this.
Because he'll never make the finals again. That's why they will even change it.
You really think he's not going to – time out. Matic, you're telling me right now you don't think LeBron's going to make the playoffs or the finals this year?
No. You said all right, listen to me. He'll never win a championship again.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't.
And I already said on my last, post All-Star set that this is going to be the year that the Cavs don't make the finals. The East is too stacked. He has a bunch of I mean, Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, J.R. Smith, they're good players. But, however, I think the Wizards are ready.
You're right. You have Bradley
Dude.
Beal, who's going off every
The
night.
Cavs are barely winning games.
Barely.
Right now.
Against Brooklyn, against everybody.
Guys, simmer down with a new team, brothers. With a new team.
They still got Kevin Love. So
Kevin Love is out right now. So with a new team, of course you're probably going to lose some in the beginning. But they won some too already. So please, give them some time. Y'all give Lonzo Ball the benefit of the doubt the whole year.
No, I'm just saying they're not even leaving. Maybe they might get upset in the second round.
This is the take. Like, we're here to give the take. And if I have to tell the fans, honestly, right now, if you're listening, Cleveland fans, you should be really worried. Philadelphia won 7 straight. Okay, Philly, the Sixers, they're looking strong. Boston, Toronto, they play y'all really well. And they haven't had all their pieces together either. Wait till Marcus Smart.
And y'all got your ass whooped by the Wizards.
I know. They got their ass whooped by the Wizards, and John Wall wasn't.
But you guys,
without John
Wall, making it seem like the Wizards is a bad team. Like the Wizards is a very strong team.
Without John Wall.
But it doesn't matter. They have Beal. They have
Porter Jr.
Even without John Wall.
Kelly Oubre Jr., Saturansky stepping up.
Yep.
Even no-name guys, Tim Frazier stepping up.
Bradley Beal was playing like Kobe.
I don't want to hear nothing about without John Wall because they're playing phenomenal without
I'm just
John Wall.
saying. Yeah, they won like 10 games without him out of like 11 or 12. But you have to mention the fact that they're going to have another sick offensive weapon back to their roster, just like the Cavs are getting Kevin Love back. So with all this being said, there's a reason to think that the Cavs they're not going to have a cakewalk. No matter who they play, Milwaukee, they're not going to go down easy. They don't want to play Jabari Parker, Bledsoe, Giannis, and those dudes over there. If they play even Miami with Whiteside, Dragic, Dion Waiters, they got Wayne Ellington and some other young guys stepping up, James Johnson. I like a lot of these Eastern Conference rosters. And if you look, the Cavs, they're not having their regular year where they're 10, 15 games or even 8, 9 games ahead of the pack. They're a handful of games. They're 3-4 games off. So
they're gonna be
but
in
let
the
me ask
danger
you
zone.
guys this. Is it a bad thing if they don't make it to the finals? Yeah, expectations of them going to the finals every year is boring, to be honest. Don't you think it's boring if they go to the finals every year?
I don't think that, I don't think it's either way it's bad. I want the best team to go.
LeBron's going to retire if he doesn't make it to the finals.
You're crazy.
He's going to take some time off. He's going to take some time off and let it sizzle.
This is coming from the same guy who said he was going to the Lakers.
Durant in 2 years with Klay Thompson and the Lakers.
Well,
you're crazy.
The most important thing to remember is that the NBA player rankings does not think that LeBron James is close to an MVP this year. As a matter of fact, they think LaMarcus Aldridge is better. And Steph and Curry, for sure, I'd have to say so.
And that leads to my point. LaMarcus Aldridge is in this top 5 here. And guess who's coming back in March? Just like I called it, they were tricking everybody. The Spurs are the champions this year, guys.
You're bugging if you think Spurs are going to come back and upset Toronto and upset the Rockets.
I think Matic just made his finals pick coming out the West all the way in February. He made that finals pick. So
the Spurs are going to shock the world.
That's a pretty ballsy move there. I like it.
What else we got here?
All right. Last thing we got on the table is just really quick Isaiah Thomas. Do you guys think they're going to re-sign him next year? First of all, I don't think they're ever going to re-sign Lopez, but that's another topic. But do you think they're going to re-sign Isaiah?
If I know Magic Johnson, he's a believer. He likes to see the good in people. He also believes in point guards and underdogs. I heard the way he spoke about Isaiah Thomas. With all that being said, he has a true basketball eye, and if he can just shoot the ball at a good percentage and work within the flow of the offense, I don't think he's going to do that, so I think they're going to get rid of him.
Matic?
This is what I think. If he knows his role and he's building good relationships and, he's definitely not going to get the max money. So if we can get him at a cheapie and, a 1-year contract maybe, I think he'll stay in LA.
Yo, you said get him on a cheapie. This is a guy that's trying to have a contract year.
A cheapie meaning like 10 million, 15. No, not maybe 10 million.
I hear it.
A little more than that, but not no max money because he's not worth it right at this present time.
Well, that's
That's
the question. I don't know if he's gonna settle. This guy thinks really highly of himself.
Well,
exactly.
If he's building relationships with Kobe, he feels like he's at a good spot. Who doesn't want to be in LA? And if he can make a quick little 10, 15 million, and this is based on not getting the people who were chasing LeBron James and Paul George. So him and Randle might be our backup plans.
So you're saying who doesn't want to stay in LA? Of course Isaiah wants to stay in LA. That's why he's saying he's going to go hard to prove that he wants to be there long term. The question is, are they going to want to keep him in LA? Are they going to re-sign him?
Do you guys even think from the looks of it, the Lakers are totally out of the playoffs? But if they go on a winning streak,
you never know.
They could.
I think they still have time to make the playoffs.
What do you think?
They destroyed the Hawks the other night. Destroyed them.
I think that the West is just a little too stacked for them. You would need really, really great numbers from, Lonzo, Kuzma, Randle, Isaiah. You'd need really excellent numbers from all these guys every game.
Lopez.
Well, we definitely know you're not getting them from Lonzo, so forget it. They're definitely not making the finals.
Pope, Hart. These guys, you're gonna need everyone to come to play every night. I mean, it's the Western Conference. Look at Anthony Davis and the guys you have to compete against with. Tobias Harris and even Lou Williams over there in the Clippers. These are the teams that are in front of them fighting for that 8th seed in the Western Conference. But the other guys, Portland, that's a team I don't want to have to reckon with. These are the teams that they're trying to compete with. It'd be really hard, and it's already they're quite a ways behind. So the margin of error is so slim, and that's why.
Yeah, they can't lose.
Yeah, I mean, not to say they can't lose, but yeah, they kind of can't lose for a while. They got to win double digits in a row,
Because you definitely have to be 50-50 to make it, right?
Yeah, in the West, you're not gonna make it if you're not about a 500 or a higher team.
Yeah, well, if y'all depending on Lonzo to take you to the playoffs, forget it for the Lakers this year.
Lonzo came back strong.
He's playing every other game. He's restricted on minutes.
For now.
He's looking more confident.
We'll see. Maybe he just needed a year to. Maybe they should have done to Lonzo what they did to to Fultz and what they did to Simmons and what they're doing to Fultz. Maybe that's what they should have done to Lonzo.
You're right. They tried to, but they said, we actually need him to come back so we could see if we could actually make the playoffs.
No, they tried to, but LeVar Ball cut that right off.
They're going to max out.
Oh, man. She does not believe in the guy. I mean, you should check.
LeVar Ball. It's not that I don't believe in the guy. Trust me. I watched him during Summer League. He was exciting to watch. I watched videos of him before he was even drafted. It was exciting. But what happened? It's like a whoopee cushion. It really deflated, and it's just airs out of it.
I don't think you looked at the win percentage right before he got injured. They were actually playing well before he got hurt.
He's back.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you guys, just like Skip Bayless, really advocate for this guy. Someone who LeVar Ball said, my son will take you to the playoffs the first year. Yeah, right. And please don't blame it on his injury, because I don't know how many injuries he's going to have through the whole year. How many times have we already been injured this year?
Don't hold Lonzo Ball accountable for taking a non-playoff team. You know how many games the Lakers won last year? He has to now take this trash team to the promised land in the Western Conference? Yeah, give me a break.
Time out.
Just because his dad said it.
You're right. Last year. But you know what? That's the sad thing about this, is that people now hold, like myself, Lonzo Ball to this caliber and this expectation because his dad runs his mouth so damn much. If his dad didn't run his mouth so much, I probably wouldn't be talking all the crap that I talk. But because his dad talks so much crap, it's impossible for me not to talk what I talk. Because if you're having this guy come out saying, this guy's going to do this guy's going to do that, he does this, he does that, and I haven't seen it yet, is that not a natural reaction to talk?
I should pull up Lonzo Ball's numbers here. I don't know if you think he's not an NBA player, but he's a contender for Rookie of the Year before he got hurt. He's having a slow start.
How? I don't know.
But he really picked things up.
I don't know.
He's back.
Okay,
And
well, I
download his
hope
album.
so. I'm definitely not. No, I'm not downloading no Lonzo Ball album.
You heard it here first. Lonzo's the best NBA rapper.
Here we go. This is you advocating for Lonzo Ball, who said the top 5 rappers for him. Timeout. Let me pull this up, please.
Oh no,
Hold
you
on.
don't embarrass the guy.
I don't agree with his top 5 rappers.
Timeout. You're saying he's the best rapper. Obviously, you're saying he's the best rapper when
NBA rapper.
he looks up to his top 5. His top 5 inspire him. So timeout. Let me give you his top 5.
Look, Future, Drake, Quavo,
and 21.
No, he said Offset and 21.
Guys, seriously?
Wow.
How could you say he's the best NBA rapper when he looks up to the... I could understand Drake, because Drake is kind of like, he's a rapper, but he's not that hard gangster type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I could give it to him with Drake. I could give it to him with Drake. But really, your top 5, I don't hear Biggie in there. I don't hear Pac in there. Shit, I don't even hear Nas in there. You're talking about these stir fry rappers.
He's a young guy.
I mean, seriously, don't get me wrong.
Stir-fry rappers.
No, I love the Migos, really, I do. I'm just saying, for someone to say that they're in their top 5 without looking at the whole you guys get mad when I'm saying Lonzo,
you would believe it or not, these kids
if you're a rap, it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear that.
If you look up Lonzo Ball, his birthday's probably 1998.
That's not an excuse, okay? That's not an excuse. These rappers from our era still ring bells, and it should still ring bells in this era.
Yo, look it up. Lonzo Ball was probably born in 2000, babe.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when he was born. It doesn't matter when he was born. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. That's like saying my top 5 players in the NBA and all-time NBA is Kevin Durant, Westbrook, Steph Curry, forgetting about Michael Jordan, forgetting about Kobe Bryant, forgetting about
they don't know. That's what it's going to be.
About his rap
taste. I want to get back to the fact that you're treating a guy like he's not an NBA rookie, right? And he's averaging 10 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. He could have a triple-double if he wanted.
How many games has he played?
He's played in 38 games so far.
Out of how many?
And he started 36 of the 38. Out of how many? I'll tell you how many the Lakers played right now. Game log.
36 out of 38 because he just came.
No. It's more games than that. I think it's more games than that because 36 he started, 38 he played in because he just came back off the bench for the last 2. But
yeah.
Okay, so 38 games he played in. You're saying he's averaging 10 points. How many games altogether has the Lakers played since the beginning of the season?
That's what I'm pulling up for you right now. Lakers this year.
And by the way, the Lakers won as many games as they won last year.
And it's only February. Good for them. When you have Ingram playing at his best and you have Randle playing at his best, you better be better than what you were
so
last year.
So they played 60 games and he's been in 38 of them. So he's missed 22 games on the year.
All right. So 10 points per game I guess isn't that bad.
No,
Still
but you
not up to my expectations.
I don't understand. He is a point guard. You just ignore the fact that he gets 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game?
Yep, I'm ignoring that.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I'm
Somebody's
ignoring that. I heard he was a shooter. I heard he was a shooter, brother. I heard he was a shooter.
No, he's a playmaker. You must have not been listening to Magic. Did you hear Magic?
Forget what Magic said.
He is a playmaker.
I'm talking about pre-NBA. I'm talking about pre-NBA when they're making these videos of him shooting threes and making these shots and scoring X amount of points per game. God. That's the Lonzo Ball I'm looking at.
But
y'all looking at
They take the good stuff and they put it in the compilation.
Okay, and that's what I was expecting. Not he's a playmaker. He makes plays.
He does everything.
He passes the ball. Let me tell you,
everything.
the other day when I saw him play, I literally saw a robot underneath the hoop pass the ball to someone else, look at them, and then the guy jump in and make a shot. This was the craziest, awkward exchange I've ever seen in my life.
Kuzma and Ingram,
That's how nice he is.
Kuzma,
She's talking about he did a dish off.
No, he didn't. He was standing there. I wish you would have rewinded it, but you didn't want to listen to me. He literally was standing there, turned his body, gave the ball literally to someone's hand, didn't pass it, didn't even go into the air.
She's talking about a dish off underneath the basket.
Literally,
the nicest shit in the world.
Listen, the ball didn't leave. Listen, the ball wasn't even in the air. No, it wasn't. The ball didn't even. You guys don't understand. Close your eyes and visualize this. Someone standing there with a ball, turning their upper body to the right and placing the ball in someone else's hands. Not throwing it, but just placing the ball in someone else's hand. The guy's looking at Lonzo, and then it clicks to him to put the ball in the hoop. Can y'all picture that? Can y'all picture that?
I need to see it. I need to see the tape.
Can y'all picture that? Okay.
Thank you. I need to see the tape.
Because if y'all could picture that, then that's it. I rest my case. All right.
I need to see the footage.
I've never seen an awkward exchange. No, it was the most awkward.
He did like a no look.
No look. He turned his whole upper body. Okay, let me play it again.
He
stood straight. He was straight. His legs did not move. It was just his upper body turning to the right and placing the ball in someone else's hands. And the guy's looking at him like, what do I do? And the guy then clicked to him to put the ball in the hoop. He still hadn't moved. And Lonzo Ball still hadn't moved. It was awkward.
He had an assist.
You think Kuzma is so good, but he only averages 15 points. He averages 5.
Who said Kuzma? Listen, the Lakers think Kuzma. Let me tell you something. I have yet to hear a chant for Ball. All I hear is Kuz. So they definitely think Kuzma's
But
good.
listen,
okay?
He averages 5 more points, and he only averages 1 assist per game.
It does.
So
and he makes
Lonzo,
threes, and he runs up. He makes hook shots. He really goes in
5.8
there.
rebounds. So that means Lonzo Ball, not only does he rebound more, Lonzo Ball, but he creates more points because he gets way more assists than him.
Okay.
And he's getting the rebounds and pushing the ball down the court.
Okay, guys. I know. Y'all really love Lonzo.
No, we're telling you what he does on the court. I'm physically telling you. He's responsible for creating more buckets than the guys that people think are good.
He gets the team at a nice pace.
So you're telling me that he's MVP status right now?
No, I'm just telling you that you can't ignore the Jason Kidd aspect of his game.
He will be a good, solid player.
You can't ignore the point guard aspect, the Jason Kidd side of it. Being a floor general, seeing the passing lanes, that's what we give LeBron James credit for when he was making people better.
Let me ask you something. Have y'all seen
2
LeVar?
years, he's the best point guard in the game.
Let me ask y'all something. Have you seen LeVar Ball at any of the games at all recently?
He's in Lithuania.
Because his boys, who are the real stars, are putting up 30-plus points, tons of assists, and blocks during each of those games. Thank you very much.
You just said real stars,
I rest
so you
my
think
case.
the other 2 brothers are better than Lonzo?
Yes, I sure. Have you seen their? Okay. Have you seen their stats? I don't even know why I'm asking this question. Have you seen their stats?
They're not playing in the National Basketball Association greatest league on the planet Earth.
So what are they playing?
They're playing the watered-down Euro Children League of Softy McFluffersons.
So you're saying that what they're playing in, they're traveling, they're playing against these teams.
No.
I'm not even going to bring up the NCAA thing again. Let's not bring that up again. Let's not bring up that again, because you said during that conversation, you said people don't have the luxury like LeVar Ball to go overseas. So you're saying that experience doesn't count? The watered down daycare, pre-K basketball?
Listen, would anybody say that the NCAA college competition level is the same as the NBA? No. So obviously, I don't think that the Euro League competition level of play is the same as the NBA.
Clutch Phil. We're talking about a kid who's 16 years old getting 31 points. You know what? Forget it. Please look up the stats.
There were children on the court. The first 3.
Please look up the stats.
No, I'm telling you, there was children.
They're playing against grown men.
No, they were children. The first time he
Lithuania.
scored 30, Matic. What was the age of the boys on the court? You saw the children? We watched the highlights.
Like 16, 17, 18 maybe.
Thank you. They were high school age children.
Okay, so what? Okay, so Lonzo's not playing with basically 18, 19, 20-year-olds?
Oh my God, he's playing against Kyrie Irving every night. He's playing against Westbrook. That's who he lines up against.
Okay, you're right. But these kids are getting 30-plus points, still high rebounds and blocks and assists. What is Lonzo's excuse,
Okay,
brother?
so you think they're gonna score that when they come in the NBA? You're in for a rude awakening.
When they get big.
Well, listen, I definitely do think
I cannot
so.
wait till we come back to this episode after Lamelo Ball's first 3 months in the NBA.
I bet you they'll be better than Lonzo's first.
I guarantee you they won't.
I bet you both of those brothers will come back. But listen, okay.
They might not even start. Lonzo
Exactly.
started.
And they may not even get drafted in the NBA.
It doesn't matter. I tell you guys, it doesn't matter whether someone starts or they're on the bench for me. I feel that a team needs to have a good starting and a good bench. So whether they're coming off the bench, there's bench players who have tons of jersey sales, guys. So don't just make it seem like they're not going to start.
If you're on the bench and you don't start, it's for a reason. It means the person starting is better than you on the court.
So you're telling me that someone's better than Isaiah Thomas?
Of course.
You're telling me that Lonzo Ball is better than Isaiah Thomas?
Oh.
I'm going to hang up right now.
Listen, Isaiah Thomas.
I'm going to hang up right now.
Did you see Isaiah Thomas try to defend somebody? Did you?
Clutch Phil. The Celtics were number 2 in the league in the Eastern Conference last year. Please don't forget that. We had Isaiah Thomas, who was the fourth quarter
everybody
closer.
else could defend.
Please don't try.
He's great.
Do not try.
He's a great shooter when he's hot, but we saw him be trash for all season.
Can you tell me that Lonzo Ball is better than Isaiah Thomas?
He's playing trash lately.
Can you tell me that Lonzo Ball is better than Isaiah Thomas? Please I just want you to say the words.
This is a good example.
I think that right now Lonzo Ball does more for the team than Isaiah Thomas does.
Lou Williams is better than
My
any player.
question was, Matic and Clutch Phil, is Lonzo Ball better than Isaiah Thomas I'm done. I just closed my book and threw my pen. I am done.
He will be
right now.
I don't want to hear about will be. I'm talking about right now.
Isaiah Thomas can't defend half the people that Lonzo Ball can.
True.
What are you talking about? You're telling me he's a playmaker. Who is he defending? That's it. You guys are confusing me.
He does that too.
Me he's a playmaker.
He does that too.
He does this. He does that. But you're telling me he can't
gotta
defend.
play.
I don't think you know
I can't
what
believe
he does.
this.
Are you watching the Lakers? Have you watched him defend?
I can't believe
he
this.
defended.
Listen, you're just talking about the Lakers. I'm talking about Isaiah as a whole. As a basketball player, you're telling me Lonzo's better than him.
Lonzo.
Do you understand the absurdity of that?
Listen.
That you're telling me Lonzo Ball's better than Isaiah Thomas?
You should compare the numbers. Isaiah Thomas.
Man. So you're telling me that if we're comparing numbers, that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
They just traded
or
Kyrie.
LeBron James is better than Kobe Bryant. We're talking about numbers.
They traded several players.
I know. I'll fuck with you. I fuck with you.
Listen, they would never trade Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie straight up. And let me answer
Crowder in the
commentator. Isaiah Thomas, he's had several subpar teams that didn't like him. Phoenix and Sacramento gave him away, and he had shitty years there. He had one good fluke of an NBA year, and we have no reason to think that he is that MVP caliber player that the whole Boston team did all the defense for. Everybody.
No one said he's MVP. I'm saying that you're telling me, as a basketball player as a whole, Lonzo Ball is better than him, and I just threw my book and spit up my water. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have a real eye test about defense. You only see certain parts of the game.
Oh, man. All right. I know. LeBron's better than Michael Jordan, too. I know.
LeBron gets more stats. You just said LeBron is the only one at 30,000.
LeBron's better than
8,000.
LeBron's better than Kobe Bryant.
Hell no. But if you ask a kid, they'll probably think that LeBron's the best player ever.
Can I ask you a question? Is the best player the one who fills the most stats up?
According to you?
No, the best players who help the team win.
According to you?
No, you think because Isaiah Thomas scores more.
Clutch Phil, you just said that if we're looking at numbers, Lonzo's better than Isaiah. So are you confusing yourself or contradicting yourself? Because now I'm confused.
You don't use an eye test to actually absorb and evaluate the player that you're looking at. I said
brother, you just told me if we're looking at numbers, Lonzo's better, and now you're telling me, are we really basing it off of as a good player based off the stats? It's the same shit.
I didn't say that only his numbers make him better. That's what you're not getting. I said his numbers are better, and I said that Isaiah Thomas cannot guard. Did you see him? He's 5'9". My little brother.
Oh, so now we're talking about height.
Is bigger
Let's
than
not
him.
bring height. Nate Robinson was short and did crazy things. We have Allen Iverson, who's really
not in the
tall,
NBA.
who was a great
Guess
player.
what? He's still athletically gifted, and he's like 30 years old. He's mad young, and he's not in the NBA.
Okay, so you're saying that Isaiah Thomas is not going to be re-signed with the Lakers, and he's not going to have a career after this.
I already said that the Lakers ain't going to re-sign him. Somebody will take him.
Because he's 5'9"? Because he's 5'9"?
He's going to be...
Now we're talking about height.
Now
we're discriminating
The peak
against
of his
height.
career is over because he's too little, and he only had one good year.
You're calling him Vern Troyer. That's what you're saying.
You think he's better than he is, and that's fantastic.
I'm saying you're calling him Vern Troyer.
He's calling him Roscoe from Martin.
For real. This dude is
All
trash.
right.
So do we think that Isaiah Thomas is gonna get back to playing like he did
Hell no.
last year?
Now she made me the biggest Isaiah Thomas hater. He's a loser.
Oh man.
And he only had
Listen,
one good
I was
year.
looking at him and Lonzo shooting threes
Look
in
at him.
practice, and Lonzo was missing almost every shot.
But
And
guys,
Isaiah was making them.
you know that the first game that Isaiah Thomas played as a Laker, he scored 20+ points that game.
Isaiah Thomas averages 4 points more, and he shoots 3% better. They're shooting the same percentage, 36%, 33%. They're both the same. He doesn't get as much assists or rebounds as Lonzo Ball. And on the court, Lonzo Ball defends more positions and does more for the Lakers on the court than Isaiah Thomas does. Isaiah Thomas also turns the ball over and is a complete ball stopper. He completely stops your offense.
Exactly.
He blew 2 games for the Lakers that we were all watching already. Go look up the footage, fans that are listening.
I know what you're saying. I saw those
ruining the games for y'all, and you trying to stand in front of me and say that he's better than Lonzo. Watch the games. He's losing them for your team with the game on the line.
Lakers is not my team. Lakers is not my team. But you're telling me that Lonzo defends. When I see Lonzo play and you say that he defends, he looks like those things that float on the side of the street when they're trying to get your attention and come into the store and buy something. His arms are over the place.
His arms
legs
are
all over
up.
the place.
That's defense.
No, guys. No. It's not tight. He doesn't have tight
Lonzo
defense.
Ball, the
no,
first
he
time
doesn't.
he played Stephen Curry, he was outscoring him through 4 quarters. They went to overtime, and that's when Steph finally outscored Lonzo Ball. Go look up the footage.
I remember that.
But we still won, right? All right. That's what I wanted to make sure.
But did you hear what I said?
I
Did you
think the
hear what I
Lakers.
said?
But we still won, though, right?
You're
But we still
changing
won?
the point.
All right.
That's not the point.
But we still won.
All right, I know
Okay,
the fans hear you flip-flopping. Lonzo Ball was out.
No one's
I just said he
flip-flopping.
outscored. He defended
I
and
don't
outscored.
think Lonzo Ball's a great player like y'all think he is. No one's flip-flopping. I said it straight up. He's not a great player like
you're
you
a
think he
Dodger.
is.
I asked you a question. He outscored. How can he not be this when he outscored and defended Steph Curry through 4 quarters the first time he played him? He outscored Steph. And
Okay, so you're saying because he outscored Steph, he's the best player.
I'm saying you should put some. You're saying he can't do these things and he's not good for your
No,
team.
I'm not putting no respect
Yeah,
on
you're
his
not
name.
putting
Let
no
me see what he
respect.
does his second year. Let me see what he does in his second year, and maybe I'll give
His
him
first
respect.
year
I ain't
is
giving him
way
respect
better
this
than
year.
Isaiah Thomas' first
He's
year.
still in his first year.
I know. That's why I said let me see what he does in his second, and then he'll get some respect.
But what if he brings his
No,
team to
forget
the
his
playoffs
second.
this
His
year?
first is already better than Isaiah.
But why do you think it's him bringing him to the playoffs when you have Ingram and Randle putting
You're
in
right,
the hard
you're right.
work?
Ingram's our captain.
Listen, I see Ingram and
Randall's
Randle
about
making
to go ham.
like y'all just said he's a playmaker. He's a
He
playmaker.
doesn't know. We said he
Bro,
does
you
everything.
could be a
We said he
playmaker.
scores 10
He
with
could
7
do-
and 7. I didn't say he only does.
He should be able to do everything. But I don't see as much hype with him like I do with Randle, like I do with Ingram. They could do everything Lonzo does and still make noise like they do
Those
now.
guys
is all I'm
have
saying.
quadruple the years, triple the years in the NBA as Lonzo Ball.
Oh my.
So they should be doing
I'm
better.
done. I'm done. We just had a conversation saying that the NCAA, which you're saying Lonzo was part of, really gets you and works you hard and you do this and you do that. But now you're telling me when they come to the NBA, it's totally different and this and that. What?
I don't understand. Are you trying to tell me that I said that the NBA and the NCAA are equal level programs?
No, you told me that when they're in the NCAA, they're wear and tear on their body. They're breaking.
Yes,
you know,
it's
they're
all
risking
true.
breaking their
It's all
necks. This
true.
and the third.
Yes.
Okay,
And the NBA is
you're
another
telling
level
me
after that.
Oh man, all right. But you're telling
You think
me
they both
that
can't be true?
you're giving Lonzo a pass because Randle and Ingram has years experience in the
So
NBA.
you think years experience in the NBA doesn't help you at all? You think these guys were the same their first year? No, they weren't. They had years to get better.
What?
NBA coaches,
Okay,
coaches and facilities working with you year round. It's a completely different life. You don't even understand.
Okay, but you're telling me that basketball is different every time you. You're telling me basketball is different everywhere you go.
So college football and the NFL are the same thing. You think that's what you think? You think these college levels are the same?
I'm thinking that you're throwing the ball and making touchdowns everywhere you go, whether you're in school or in the NFL.
I'm asking you a question. You think the NBA and the NCAA March Madness are the same level of competition? That's what you think the leagues are the same level?
I'm telling you that the NCAA bounces the ball and puts in the damn hoop and makes 3-point shots and rebounds and assists and steals. The same shit in the NBA.
I hope
That's
the
what I'm
fans
saying.
hear it. She thinks the NBA and the NCAA, same thing happening.
They're playing basketball, right?
Okay.
Are they playing basketball or are they playing paddleball? Which one are they playing?
He's saying is the level of competition the same?
The level of competition? They're still trying to win a game, right?
She won't answer the question.
Before I answer the question, they're still trying to win a game, right? So how could the level of competition not be the same anywhere you go? That's what it's a genuine question.
Listen,
it's a genuine question.
He's hilarious.
I'll tell you. Let me let you know.
The level of competition.
I'll tell you right now.
Are you telling me I'm in the NCAA, so I'm not going to work that hard, versus I'm in the NBA, so I'm definitely going to work extra hard because the level of competition is hard.
75% of the people that are in the NCAA couldn't smell the NBA level of talent. You have children not as big, not as fast, and not as strong.
But they're getting scouted?
It's mixture. It's a mixture. You have to understand. There's multiple divisions. Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. They're literally telling you that these programs are not as skilled as the others. They're telling you that. That's what those Division 1, 2, and 3 mean. They're smaller programs that don't have as much money and put as much time into their programs. They're newer schools. They weren't even in the NCAA that many years ago. A lot of these schools, there are a lot of new schools that joined. It's a lot of people that didn't play basketball 10 years ago in the NCAA. Do you understand that? Wet behind the ears. We never even did this shit before. That's how new.
But you told me that Lonzo was the NCAA, right?
There's levels to it. I said Division 1, 2, and 3. And it's a.
So what division was Lonzo in if he got scouted and he got drafted?
They mix them up. So you play high level and you play low level. So
was he playing low or high?
Was he playing low? I said they mix it up. You play low level and high level. You don't.
Okay, so you think that Summer League Lonzo is the same as NBA Lonzo?
Is he the same? Summer League, he just met.
Hell no, he's not. I answered it for you. No, he's not.
I mean, a lot of players are the same and they're ready when they come in, and a lot of players aren't. It all depends.
Okay. All right.
But the fact of the whole league comparison being the same expectation is a bit ridiculous. You can't expect somebody to, off the rip, to out the gate have that in them to make it. Most players don't translate the same out the gate.
Yeah, most players are on the bench for 2 years like Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
And Lonzo came in as a starting point guard, which means he's getting first-hand experience. In 2 years, he's going to be
Magic
the best
Johnson had breakfast with his dad, and his dad sold him a dream.
Understand the difference in his career compared to a lot of people we consider legendary. He's already starting off better than, Steph and
first-hand experience.
And a lot of these guys.
From day
he's
one.
Getting heavy burn and starting out the gate and making an impact while doing so. So, if you don't think it's worth much, that's fine. If you don't think that, that's, I respect it. But we can't say, just appreciate that yours is an opinion and that there's a lot of different stuff out there that supports that he's already contributing. You can't say these stats don't matter. You know what I mean?
And there's a lot of people who don't. So you're right. It's a matter of opinion. So a lot of people are going to agree with you, and a lot of people are going to agree with me, or people are not going to agree with me, and people aren't going to agree with you.
Well, we have stuff that are
but I read the
that
comments.
we debate, and we have stuff that is facts that we don't debate. And I don't debate.
Yes, but even with the facts, there's people, look it up, still don't respect Lonzo Ball, still don't think he's a great player. And that's with stats. So you can bring up stats all you want.
We don't care if anybody. There's crackheads walking down the street trying to say that I'm not a good person. We don't respect.
Right, but that's what I'm
everybody's
saying. It's
opinion.
based on opinion.
I've seen people on ESPN lately still talking about that Lonzo is, he's
Nah,
trash.
I haven't seen it. Tell me who? I don't know anybody writing about him not being good.
Okay.
It's like
all right. Anybody that matters.
It's a show with Chris Broussard and
anybody that matters.
The guy Chris Broussard, the fat guy.
Our people who listeners matter. Your opinions matter. We
the
definitely
fat guy
want to hear
with
from
the
you.
I mean, no, yeah, I love all the fans, but let's be honest. A lot of people.
The fat guy with the hat. Chris Broussard. They were all in the round table with so the other guys that be on that show.
But listen, we're asking them to be crystal ball people. Like Lonzo was stepping into his own, and then he got hurt, and a couple things changed. Let's just give him time. I don't know why.
I believe he's going to be one of the best point guards in the game in 2 years.
And we have to understand what a point guard is. A lot of people think that somebody who gets 5 points and 15 assists isn't that good. I mean, Jason Kidd did that a lot. Like, there's a lot of that matters in the NBA and the history of the game. Pick and roll basketball, ball movement.
Like we asked, if Lonzo Ball turns into a Ricky Rubio, would that be amazing?
But we could go on. I think this was a great run, and that the Lakers are going to show us more. Anthony Davis and the Pelicans are going to show us more, and Bradley Beal and these Wizards are definitely going to show us more. We have a really exciting second half of an NBA season that just kicked off, and Internet Undefeated is going to be there with the hot takes, giving it to you guys every step of the way.
Every single time.
So, Eric, commentator, Maddox 730, what do you want to say to these guys before we take off?
We'll catch you next time. We actually want to announce a winner of the Westbrook jersey.
Fantastic. I like it.
Right, Eric?
We had a winner from the last game, right? The last giveaway?
Yes. Yeah. Jaden Hussey from Staten Island has won the Westbrook shirt.
All right. Congrats.
Congrats.
They're definitely going to love that authentic NBA gear, courtesy of Internet Undefeated, showing our fans some love. Guys, make sure, keep listening, and you definitely want to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and look out for the next giveaway. Definitely coming soon. We are doing the final countdown to 1,000 subscribers. All right, so you don't want to miss. When we get that 1,000, you have no idea what type of giveaway we got in store. Just stay tuned and keep it locked. All right, guys, we'll always be here for you. Internet Undefeated with the hot takes, Clutch Phil NBA.
Airhead 730 Radio.
And Maddox 730. College.
Steph Curry's greatest shooter I've ever seen in my life, though. And of course,
Kyrie.
And they're exploiting all the college students.
Kyrie.
It's slavery. I don't know how they're not gonna how you not gonna pay them? How you not gonna pay them? Like they gotta live, they gotta travel, and moms are starving. You just want them to keep it on. Like, come on.
730 Radio.
And they're undefeated.